Hello, villagers. I'm Mary K Barton, and I'm here with Tom Cusack, and he has an insurance agency. Tom, now, you have an insurance agency. Are you a broker?
I am a broker, meaning that I represent more than one company, Mary Kay. We are no different as far as how we get compensated of an Allstate or a State Farm or country companies, whatever it might be. We get paid on the premium that we receive from insureds. Now, there's no extra charges.
So I don't pay extra by going to a broker?
No. In fact, in most cases, you'll have more of a choice because we represent probably 7 to 12 different insurance companies, and we take the information, we put it into the computer, and based on the client's needs, we see which is best for them. But there's more choice.
Okay, now what's the difference between going to you and going online and getting a quote?
That's a very good question. I think I'll let Glenn answer that one.
One of the differences between going online, if you go online, you really, you're on your own. You may or may not have the correct coverage. You don't really know what you're going to get. You're not an insurance person, and you're on your own. With brokers, with us, you come to us, we will make sure that you have the right type of insurance.
Glenn, your specialty is business?
Yes.
Now, what are some of the tips that a business should know about insurance?
Well, first of all, a lot of business owners, if you spend a lifetime building a business, there are many things that could take that away in a blink of an eye. That could be a fire, that could be a lawsuit. So there's a lot of risk you need to manage a lot of risk when you own a business. Things to think about, if there are key partners involved in that business, there are types of insurance called key person or key man insurance. They very often involve a life insurance policy. If something happens to one of the key partners and there needs to be a buyout from that person's family members, that's very important. Other things, workers' compensation is mandatory in the state of Illinois if you have employees. Other than family can be excluded. You have to be very careful though. If you hire somebody and they're on your payroll and you do not get workers' compensation, the government will fine you, and they will fine you hefty amounts of money, and they may shut you down. Other things to consider: fire, if your business burns down, if there's a major disaster, do you have enough insurance to keep you going temporarily, to find a location, an off-site location, to pay some employees to keep them on the payroll while you rebuild your business. One of the sayings in business is out of sight, out of mind. If something happens to you, you're out of sight. Well, if you're out of sight for too long, it's very difficult to get those customers back. So
somebody else is going to step in.
Somebody else is going to step in. So there is insurance there to kick in and keep your business going, at least at a very basic scale, to keep
the
money coming in, to keep orders going. It's incredibly important to have the right type of insurance, because a disaster or a lawsuit could wipe your business out, and your dreams, there are your dreams. So my tips are, I will go over all the different scenarios and try to find the best solution with your budget. Budgets are tight, but it's also very common for people to cut corners, and then something happens and they really understand the value or they really understand that they should have made better choices. So
that's what a broker does.
That's what a broker
informs them of these choices.
Yes.
And if they choose to cut corners, the broker will tell them what the options are.
That's the options, and that's their choice. But I will tell you, in all honesty, what your options are. I take great pride in that. I have a real soft spot for small businesses, and I want to see people have the best that they can have.
You have your mission statement right here: to provide insurance solutions that meet the needs of our customers and our community. That's why you've been here 40 years, if you feel that way.
Correct. As Glenn pointed out, our main concern is to give the customers what we think they need. We'll explain it to them why they should make certain choices. I could appreciate what he just said too. But we had a couple of customers in there about 6 weeks ago that bought products from Blue Cross and Blue Shield direct, didn't go through us, and made the wrong choice on the networks. Network is
So they didn't get
doctor and
exactly what they
hospital.
thought.
Exactly.
So you do health insurance
Yes,
too?
we do. With the Blue Cross.
So
and Blue
you'll
Shield.
walk them through this Obamacare or whatever?
Correct. And we represent Aetna, Blue Cross, United Healthcare,
Those are big companies.
Humana. Yes.
Those are all very big
They're all
companies.
Yes,
very
they are.
large, yes.
And this is Penny. She's an integral part of this agency.
Yes.
And what is that phrase you were saying?
We can insure all of your tomorrows, but none of your yesterdays.
That's really
Yes.
I like that.
Can't put off to tomorrow if something happened today. Then sometimes we can't write the insurance for you. So what we would like to do is just have the opportunity to show you the value orientated agency that we are. Allow us to do a comparison. Some people haven't had that done in years. We're in the business 40 years. We have an impeccable reputation, and we value that. And we feel with our service-orientated office, if people come in, they're going to like us, and hopefully will do business with us also. But we'll help them. Normally, people don't come to us unless we help them. So, and Penny and I live upstairs of the business, so I'm never away from the telephones. And another thing too, we don't use the answering service. Once in a while we do if we're busy like we're doing right now, but the most time Dan will answer the phone, I'll answer the phone, or the rest of our staff.
I want to thank you, Glenn, for
Thank
explaining to me about business insurance. I'm sure a lot of people don't understand all the innuendos of what you need for a business. And Tom, I want to thank you for explaining to me what this agency does as
Thank
a
you.
broker.
Thank
We
you.
need to know what brokers do.
Yes.
People think it costs money. It doesn't.
No, there's no extra charges for coming in our front door. We like to believe that we give people a choice by being brokers, which numbers 10, 12, 14, 15 different insurance companies, including the Blue Cross and life insurance with Metropolitan and Prudential, etc. So all of these companies are A-rated. So if we just can have the opportunity to do an evaluation, we find that most people don't exactly know what an automobile policy is and what it covers. So no two policies are really the same. So allow us to do that for you, either over the telephone or in person. Good girl. It's a good girl.